Hello, this is Evelyn with Evie's Thoughts, co-founder of Evie's Creations. Hope everybody is doing well. Today we have a cool little show for you. It's called Think Things Through. But before we get to that, we have several exciting announcements that we wanted to share with you. First off, Evie's Thoughts has a new logo. So check us out. You'll see it in the beginning of this YouTube video and this podcast. You'll see the little microphone with the colors behind it. And we're just like, yes, oh my God, that's awesome. I know my hubby here is super excited on the microphone. That was his thing. Like, we couldn't even get the logo completed until he got the microphone the way he wanted it. So,
that's actually not true at all.
Really?
Yeah, it's not true.
Of course it was.
It's not.
You're like, oh my God, the microphone is mine. Get out of here.
You're really going to throw me under the bus? You seriously going to throw me under the bus?
I'm going to throw you under the bus. Yes,
if I would have known that shit, I would have hit mute. Really? That's not.
Come on, man. Sharing is caring. Well, let the people know. The microphone was all him. He wants credit for it.
No.
The colors in the background and the trying to be our best in life together on the side. That was this chick right here. Wow. You know what I mean?
That's really fucked up. Thanks, babe.
And trying our best in life together, that is super important with us, because that's pretty much the message I think that we try to share with this show, is that we're trying our best in life together. We're not perfect. We're just trying to figure it out. So check out the new logo. We're excited about that. And then we're also excited because we have our podcast distributed in quite a variety of places, right, babe?
Yes, we do, actually.
I know I got a list here ready, because I'm professional here with my paper, so I'm going to start reading to you guys. So we are now on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Player FM, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Radio Public, and Apple Podcasts.
So you just couldn't say in your favorite podcast channel you really had to spell it all out for some reason?
What if somebody has one and not the other?
I don't know anyone that has one without the other.
Really?
No, I think favorite channel would have been good.
All right, everybody. Because he wants me to, I will tell you that we're on your favorite podcast channels. And if you don't have a favorite podcast channel, like he thinks you do, well, then it's on the list that I read before. All right? Really, man? Really? You don't know about that. You don't know if they have favorites or not. I give them a list, a reference point.
You know, we're what, 3 seconds into this, and so far this isn't going well for me.
Life doesn't seem to be going well with. You're married this chick. Life ain't going well for him.
That went a totally different direction than I thought.
Now listen. Now that announcements are done, let's get into this. Think things through, my friends. Think things through. Have any of you ever tried to buy furniture? Let's start with that. Have any of you ever tried to buy furniture? It's a thing. Let me tell you something. You go in there with an idea and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get this idea going. And I don't know, you can miss some information. So we went to get a desk because the desk that we had before was actually... It was like, what, a table from the RV?
It was a folding table that served us very well. And I love that table. But apparently you have so much crap.
I got crap.
We outgrew that particular table and need to be retired to get something different.
He says I had crap, but that shit is not true.
Before you start saying us getting furniture, let's just tell them how we got there.
We got there because you have too much wires. No, I hate his wires. That's just all over the place.
You just spread out like a weed. It was just too much.
Get out of here. That's bullshit.
Don't have me send everybody a flipping photo. That thing was everywhere. I'll post it on, I don't know what.
All their favorite podcasts, they can't see it there, bitch. They can't see it there. But anywho, we go to a furniture store, right? We go there. First of all, we're like, all right, we need this, desk space or whatever, so that we can put all the stuff that we've accumulated to do what we're trying to do here with you guys, right? Do this stuff, right? And then I make bracelets, so that takes a whole other section of a table and all the other stuff that I have with the bracelets, right? And so we're like, we're going to measure so that we know when we go to the store what we can do. And so my lovely husband here, we get a tape measure that's not even like 5 feet long. It's just the little roly blue ones that we have. It's a little roly tape measure. And we're like, don't worry, because if I put my finger in the middle of the air like this, and then he takes the other half and measures the rest of the room, it's going to be measured.
Do you not know how to add? 5 feet plus 5 feet is 10 feet. What's
come on.
the problem?
I can move my finger. I can go to the side like that, and then it's not getting the exact measurement that it needs to have.
We didn't need a precise measurement.
We needed a precise measurement.
Says who?
Says the fact. Oh, we'll get to says who in a minute. So, right, we go
That's
there.
still open for debate. Let me tell you.
We will talk to you about that. So, we measured it, and we came up with the number 10 feet, okay? So then we're all excited. We have 10 feet. Did we even write it down? Okay, we did not write it down, not at all.
This episode's not going to go well for me at all.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're fucked. So we write down, we don't even write down, but in our head it's like 10 feet. Honestly, it was like 10 point something, but we figured 10 feet was the number.
Who cares about fractions?
I mean, who needs that shit? So then we go to the store.
When you go to the store to buy like a soda and it's like $11.29, we don't want the change back. That fraction part, just let the store keep it because we don't give a shit.
Who needs the 70 cents anyway? Nobody needs that shit, right? So yeah, we need that shit. We need the 70 cents. So anyway, we're there.
Send your money to P.O. Box 11111 Nowhere Avenue.
Serious too. So we go with our measurement. And we're like, okay, we got this. Cool beans. And we see all these desks. And what do you think the length of the desk was? Babe, why don't you tell them? Why don't you clue them in that it's not just 10 feet like you thought it was?
Well, I don't remember quite the details these days, honey.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Or maybe I just don't want to incriminate myself. You could pick or choose which one works best for your story.
So, anywho, 10 feet. Everything was 10.3 feet, 10.5 feet, 10.75 feet. We go to this furniture store.
Who needs to know the fractional part?
Clearly we did, because we were like, oh, fuck, what if that
if you moved your finger like you said you did, I can't help you with not being able to keep your hand steady.
Really? Because that was the right way to do it.
Remember the previous episode where there's a blame game where she likes to blame others? This is where we are today.
Dude, I'm not blaming people. I'll tell you that he messed up with the measurements. So we go to the store and we try to get a desk. And we look at each other real stupid.
What happened for better for worse, man?
Listen.
At no point in those vows does it say throw the husband under the bus.
For better for worse, I'm still staying married to somebody who doesn't know how to fucking measure. So anyway, we go there and we realized that we went to the store for nothing because we have no idea if whatever we decided that we liked was going to fit. So what do? We spend 45 minutes going around in circles, and then we decide, fuck, we got to go home because we have to measure the correct way. And so we make a trip back home, and we get the good measuring tape, and we even get, one step ahead of that. And
what she means is she didn't move her finger with
Stop
the small
me.
tape to make the measurements off because clearly that wasn't going to work this time.
Who's playing the blame game now?
No.
Take points, people.
I'm interpreting what you're saying.
No.
We got the good measuring tape so you don't move your finger and giving us a false measurement number.
Whatever.
I mean, tell them what the real facts are.
No, let's tell them
here.
still that you're incompetent in measuring. So anywho, we come here, we measure it. It was like 10.4. We even fucking draw a little diagram and take it with us. So we have the details that we need and we know what's going on.
I don't remember that.
Yes, it was. It was on a little sticky note. We did a little X and we put 10 feet
We
this
put
way.
the whole damn room in a little sticky note?
Yes,
How does
we
that
did.
sound like a
We
a
did
thing?
it. We did a freaking line. Like,
no, even I know that's a bad idea. A sticky note?
We did a sticky
sticky note. Is
note.
what, 2 by 2?
we wrote.
So we got an 11-foot room in a little sticky note.
We wrote 10.3 or whatever it was. And then we wanted to make sure that if we decided to do like this L that we have now, that we could do like, how many feet
Okay,
it
so
would
let me
be
help you
this
out. We
way.
actually don't have an L right now. We have a T.
It's a double L.
Okay, so everybody pay attention now, right?
You're such an
She's
asshole
sitting
again.
in front of the T, and she's calling it an L. So who's the one that's fudging the information here? This is fact. Look at the YouTube video. It clearly is a T, and she's calling it an L. So if that's happening in front of her in real time, how much of the story are you going to believe?
Listen, everyone. T-L. It's 2 L's. It's, put a T together, you have 2 L's. Look at it
This is called
that way.
backstroking, by the way. This is her backstroke.
You really are an asshole. I'm telling you. How many times do I have to call you that? So anyway.
Hey, you took the bus and you threw it in fucking reverse to fucking run over my head. Hell fucking no. I'm not taking this shit by myself. You're taking your part in this problem here.
Whatever. So anyways, we go back to this furniture store and
as we're looking for a T, even though we got an L. Sorry, that's my mistake. We're looking for an L, even though we got a T, but that's okay.
Exactly. So we go in there and now we know what we're doing. We have our dimensions and we get what works for us here, right? Well, at first we were looking at all the other L desks. We didn't like it. So we ended up buying 2 dining room tables and turning them into a T, and it seems to work for us. How you like it? It's all right.
How you short circuit that conversation is beyond me, but sure, we'll go with that one.
Listen.
Sure. We got from wrong dimensions to we got dining room tables.
I think they're done hearing that. So I was like, you know what? Let's just wrap it up.
So we went from having an idea from what we thought we wanted. Turns out the measurements of our bedroom / office / whatever the hell you want to call it was not going to allow for this fancy idea that we had. Exactly. So we had to improvise.
Exactly.
And we bought 2 large ass fucking dining room tables.
Yep.
That actually worked out better than the original plan we have.
Which we seem to actually be running out of room.
Look at the YouTube video. She's running out of room.
Really? Says the one who his whole thing is all cramps. But anyway.
That's because I have to support you. This computer in front of me is supporting your crap. This here is supporting your microphone. This computer is supporting all the editing that has to get done when you speak.
Ay, please. Nobody wants to hear all that. Nobody wants to hear all that. Anyway, the reason we bring up the furniture store is because we didn't think that process through.
Yeah, we kind of fucked up.
We messed that up real bad. And so we wanted to bring to you today some information about if you have a goal in mind, whatever that goal may be, just it's really important to pay attention to the facts and to just think things through so you don't end up like us wasting tons of time, going around in circles.
Don't wing it like she did.
Why me? I didn't do anything. Don't wing it like he did with his tape and tell him I need to hold my finger in the middle of the room.
Don't make me rewind the tape on how you said we got an L. It's clearly a T. Don't wing it like she did.
Anyway, whatever. So let's say you have a goal in mind. Whatever that goal may be, definitely just go for it. Be a go-getter. Go get that goal. But just do your research first. The biggest thing is knowing what it is that you want to do, what that goal is, and why is it that you want to do that goal. You know, if it means something personal to you, if you want to help the community. I mean, whatever the case may be, just know what it is and know why you're doing it. And then once you have that information, what we would suggest that you definitely do some research on it, you know, whether you look at YouTube videos about what it is that you want to do, whether you do the proper measurements with the right tools, know your resources, because I tell you, sometimes you just go around in circles and you get nothing done. And then that can be really frustrating, or you waste time in doing all the wrong things when you could have been focusing on the right thing. Not that there's a wrong or a right.
Yeah, we in all seriousness, we went into it a little half-cocked. We were a little too confident in it needs to be in a general measurement number, and we kind of made a measurement and we wing it. What? Well, I don't know what the wing it.
Oh.
And it really backfired. We spent 2-3 hours
where it probably could have taken 1 hour,
and we had to come back to remeasure.
Yeah.
So things that seem simple, and that's what it is. Things that seem simple and that you seem overconfident can kind of blow up in your face.
Well, that, and also I think that there was a point that we were so frustrated that we were like, you know what, screw the office, just leave it the way it is, and then you end up wanting to give up on your goal.
That wasn't gonna work, by the way, everybody. Her stuff was everywhere. She was moving me out of the house. We needed this, so
no, but you get so frustrated that you're like, you get so frustrated that you're like, you know what, forget this goal. I'm not going to do it. Forget this office. Forget these tables, because we've wasted so much time already that I don't want to do it. I don't know how it's going to look. I don't know how it's going to work. So why even bother going forward? But we're here to tell you that don't give up on that, because a lot of the times, whatever goal you have may be an idea or something that's really needed or that nobody else thought about, and you give up on it, then the world, I think, misses on something that could have been very important.
Well, because we had the right measurements, I actually like the solution we had better. So having the right information up front would have probably brought us to this right from Jump Street. And because we went half-cocked, we spent a whole lot of time for a whole lot of no reason. So I like this solution. It worked out very well for us.
Well, it definitely did.
And
but
the only reason why it worked is because we had the right information.
We had right information. So when you want to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do, just make sure that you have the right information, and that you reach out to the right resources. And if you try something, you wrote a plan out, an outline out, you got all your research, your information, that's great. And then you go somewhere and try to put it all together and make it come to life. And if that doesn't work for you, it's still okay. Just revisit your outline, revisit why you started your goal, whatever that may be, why you wanted to do it, the steps that you took, and then just stop at the point that didn't work for you. You know what, this didn't work. I feel like things didn't work out correctly, or it didn't go as planned because of this step. And then just change that step, because you don't want to give up on what you want to do and your desires because things don't go right the first time.
Statistically speaking, when people try to create a big goal for themselves, and everyone can fact check this and please tell us if I'm wrong, but I'm not. There is a big percentage, I think it's 80 plus. I think the number is over 90, but I'm going to be conservative and say 80 plus. Don't meet their goal initially. But when they stand up again and do it again, they typically will hit their mark. So the message from my perspective is, just because you don't hit your mark the first time, stand up, clean the dust off of yourself, try again. Exactly.
That is very well said. I'll give you that. I'm surprised that you could say something so lovely. Wow.
This show is not going on for me at all. I like to eat, so I can't say anything really bad because she'll make me sleep on the couch. So, yes, dear. My queen, dear. I love you so much, dear.
You're trained very well, dear. You're trained very well. See, everybody, just make sure that you train your husbands well, and here we are, So the ultimate message, like we said, is dust yourself off and try again. If you don't succeed at first, make sure that you keep on going, keep on trying, get your resources out there. There's a lot of people that give up on their goals. They almost give up too soon in the beginning of the game because you just get disillusioned. Or as we've said in previous shows, whether you have people that are discouraging you and not, giving you that push to go forward, we're saying go forward. Do what it is that you want to do. Get that goal accomplished. And, don't let anything stop you. If you get pushed down, just stand up, get, emotionally, I think, ego-wise anyways, it could just make you just feel super defeated when things don't go your way the first time. But just like he said, like I said here, just dust yourself off, try again, and go forward.
I said something in a test podcast that we did in the very beginning that we clearly didn't post because we sounded horrible. But there was something I said there that still applies today. I think it was Thomas Edison, whoever created the bulb. Because I some fucking guy who's watching us and be like, you're fucking wrong. It was this guy. So let me just say it now. Whoever created the light bulb, I think it took him like over 1,000 iterations to make a bulb. It was some really stupid number. And he was interviewed, and then he finally created the bulb, and he changed the world, and blah, blah, blah. We'll go from there. He was interviewed at some point of his life, and I forgot what the question was, so there's a little hyperbole here, and if you don't know what hyperbole is...
Read the Webster Dictionary like I have to do all the time when he talks to me, but continue, babe.
Again, she's throwing me under the bus because I like to read the fucking dictionary, but, that's a story for a different day. He was asked some sort of question. Wow, baby, you're really helping me out here, aren't you?
Continue on, baby. I'm interested.
And does he regret wasting so much time on the first 1,000 iterations? I think it's more than that, but I'm sure somebody will correct me. In creating a bulb, and his response was no. This is a hyperbole. I don't know what the real number is, but I know 1,000 different ways on how not to make a bulb. That sounds stupid to a lot of people, but let me tell you something. Listen to the message. Because your mistakes will tell you what not to do to succeed.
Exactly.
I think that's the point we're trying to make.
And that's the point of the whole our whole podcast today is about that. Our whole vlog is about that. Is learn the 1,000 ways that your goal didn't work.
Hate mail. This was Thomas Edison. It was 2000.
You already said that you don't know about the light bulb. You don't know about the light bulb.
Times. No, it was a light bulb. But someone's going to give me some stat and tell me to go screw off. I see it coming already.
But babe, the message is still there and it's still important. You know what I mean?
Actually, the whole story is right. The numbers and percentages is wrong. But yes.
Yeah. So, learn 1,000+ ways on how not to accomplish your goal. But one day you'll get that 1,001. That is the right way to accomplish it. So don't let anything bring you down. Don't let anything stop you. Don't give up on your goals. Do not do it. So
this is my 4th go around in creating a company.
Yeah.
And I fucking failed miserably. Oh my God, I failed miserably. When we created this company, I would tell Evelyn, we got to do this, we got to do that. She looked at me so fucking stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. My wife is the smartest person I know in my entire life. But it's a topic she doesn't know much about. So when I say something she doesn't know something about, she's looking at me like I'm not so sure that's the direction. And it seems to have worked out for us so far.
Yeah. So far. And I am not the easiest person to convince. So he'll say, this is the plan. That's the plan. I'm like, well, this is nice that this is plan 4 for you. It's plan 1 for me to see how it goes. And I'm not going to listen to you. But a lot of the times I try to do it my way. So he's like, okay, do it your way. And I realize that my plans don't work, necessarily. And so you tweak them, and I'm still tweaking them. So we'll figure it out.
Again,
but,
she's the smartest person I know. It's just that when you do something you're not familiar with, it's not going to go the direction you think it's going to go.
Exactly. So don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your goals, and just continue striving forward. We are there rooting for you, and we hope that you're truly successful in whatever it is that you want to do. That's, great. And so, here we are with our goal, and we'll just figure it out, and you guys figure it out there as well. So now we have a special little segment for you coming up, and Oz has some amazing news story for you today. Something to keep you entertained here. What's going on in the world, babe?
I was looking at the news the other day, and I tend to look at the news that is not necessarily in mainstream media, whatever that means to you, because it means different things to different people. And I saw an article on a guy that was locked out of, actually, no, that's not true. He was locked in the fitness center that he was swimming in.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's an LA Fitness, but if you're LA Fitness or something and they locked you into the building after being swimming. So he was a little nervous. He made a few phone calls. He was trying to be, a responsible adult,
Uh-huh.
One of the first calls he made was to his wife.
Okay.
And his wife didn't respond in a way I thought she would.
Oh, no, this is not going good.
No, I mean, just think about it. Her first response was, find a comfortable place to sleep.
I would do that shit to you. Like, bye, bitch.
But I think that's my point, is how bad is your relationship where your wife is encouraging you to stay in a fitness center that you're locked into and don't come home?
It makes you wonder if she took part in that. Was like, please lock his ass in there. I can't deal with him.
That was her first response. That's not my first response.
What would your first response be? I'm going to go get you? Like, no.
Well, I might call an Uber for you.
Your ass ain't coming to get me.
To break the window for you. But to say, hey, babe, go find some chair somewhere, spend the night. I'm going to stay home by myself. I think there's some problems there.
Dude,
I don't know. I just see some. I swear, I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with that story.
Dude, that chick does not like her husband. She's like, man, dude, fucking get a cot out.
So that's one problem. The second problem was he was swimming. It's not like he's in a sauna room. That's like a 5x5 where you can lock yourself in. Nobody knows you're in it. When you're swimming, you're making a lot of fucking noise. You're making a lot of waves. You can't be missed. You're like a flipping whale.
Maybe he was floating.
How did Well, that's even worse. How does staff not see you when they close up shop?
Baby, some people, they just walk out. Sometimes you have places to go. You have a dinner appointment, whatever.
It's a fitness center. People lift weights. They get stuck in places. They could be hurt. You assume a safety check is going to be done somewhere. I assume there's an alarm system in this building, right? You can't arm the building if there's somebody in it. How do you miss someone the equivalent of a whale? This guy's wasn't a big guy, but it's a pool, right? So it's not the ocean. He's the equivalent of a whale in water. How do you miss that?
Well, babe, some people, all you need to do is smile in an interview. You know what I mean? And get a job. Clearly, this person was not competent in closing down the fitness center.
So they called the corporate office, right? Because the news people do news stuff, whatever it is they do.
Uh-huh.
And their response was, well, we changed the hours a couple of weeks ago of the fitness center.
Okay.
But if you're 24 hours from the first day you opened up, assuming it was a couple of years ago, how do you not have a sign that lets your members know when they walk in the damn door to say, hey, we're going to close your ass in if you're not done by such a time? It's the whole story just seems odd to me.
You know what, though? But to be fair to the fitness center, they can have signs all over the place. If that person came in woo, I'm having my swim on tonight and didn't even read the sign. I mean,
you know what? You're not wrong. I swear, you're really not wrong. But the wife and hang out, stay, and not finding him. That's a trifecta there. Not reading the sign, staff not finding you. Wife is like, hey, you know what? Just stay where you're at. Don't worry about it. I'll be, it's just a lot of different things. I find the story odd. I think that's my point in all this.
Yeah, I find the story odd. I feel bad for the guy, but clearly a lot of people don't like him. She's like, stay your ass in the gym. So, poor guy.
That's my news of the moment.
That's what's in the news.
Odd news of the moment.
Oh, goodness. What is this world coming to? I don't know. Anyways, I guess we're done with that. Anything else you have to say?
No, I'm good, baby.
Alrighty, everyone. Well, accomplish your goals. Accomplish your goals. Don't give up. And we'll see you next time. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you, and we appreciate your support.
You do realize that tuning in is not a thing anymore, right?
What do you mean?
No one tunes in anymore.
What do they do?
Actually, I don't know what it's called, but it's not tuning in.
So
tuning in is back in the day when you turn a tile with the analog line stuff. That's tuning in. This ain't that.
All right, so you don't know what it's called, but you're going to correct me right now. You're really freaking smart. Yeah, Anywho, everybody...
I think we need to take a take two. You're right. I can't defend it.
No, we're not taking a take two. Everybody listen. Thank you for hanging out with us, listening to us, checking us out. We appreciate your support. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the episode.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, co-workers, your neighbors, the dog, the cat, and the house rodent. We mean everyone. And if you don't want to do it, send us their phone number, send us their email. We'll do it for you. We'll do it under your name. We'll call them and say, we're calling you on behalf of whatever your name is, and they want you to subscribe to our channel.
That's right. And even if you don't like us, we're cool with that. Not everybody likes everybody.
Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, keep it to yourself, but subscribe anyway. What happens if tomorrow you wake up and you magically like us? Then you'll start tuning in and subscribing and sharing us, and that's what we want, all right?
That's how I was able to marry my wife. She wasn't with the program. I eventually grew on her, and there you go. She's now my best friend. Well, actually, no, she was always my best friend. No, I can't speak for you. Am I your best friend?
You are my best friend.
Or are you just saying that just because you're in front of me? I don't know.
I'm married. I got to say some shit. No, we've definitely been friends, and we've been best friends now. And it only took you 16 years, so maybe these people don't like us now, but in 16 years, they'll love us.
We'll grow. Yeah.
That's it, all right? Evie's Thoughts can be found on YouTube and your favorite podcast channels. So, make sure you check us out. And what happens every Saturday, babe? Every other Saturday.
There's a new episode that gets published.
That's it. So every other Saturday, check us out. New episodes, new material. What else do we got to say? I guess that's it. We're going to just say goodbye for today.
And sending you
tons
of love and light.
There you go.